There's been a lot of FUD lately regarding FTX's possible insolvency where they're unable to pay all of their debts. This first started when a leaked balance sheet showed that majority of Alameda researchers' assets were mainly in the form of the FTT token, which is FTX's exchange token. Binance didn't help either after it mentioned that it would be selling off all of its FTT holdings, and they likened this saga to be something similar to what happened with Terra Luna. There has been a massive amount of withdrawals where users have scrambled to get their funds out of the exchange. If you are still wondering if you should withdraw your funds or leave them in FTX, I myself have personally withdrew all of my funds. This is mainly because I've been burned by both Celsius and Hodlonaut, where some of my funds are still locked up with them. Even though SBF, the CEO of FTX, mentioned that their exchange is safe, I'm not willing to take this risk as it seems all too familiar again. Even though the 8% APY that FTX app offers is really attractive, I would strongly urge you to consider how much risk you're willing to take before deciding to leave your funds in the exchange. If you are looking to withdraw your funds from FTX, I would strongly advise you to send it to a non-custodial wallet. You may be considering to transfer it to another centralized exchange like Binance or KuCoin, but both of them still pose the same risk where you do not have full control over your funds. I would suggest that you create a non-custodial multi-coin wallet which is able to support both EVM and non-EVM compatible networks. This is because some wallets like MetaMask only support EVM compatible networks, so you won't be able to send Bitcoin, Solana, or assets via the TRC20 network to this wallet. Some examples of a multi-coin wallet will include Exodus, Trust Wallet, and Atomic Wallet. When you are sending your funds over to these wallets, I would strongly advise you to keep calm during this withdrawal process. It can be extremely stressful when you're trying to send over your funds for the first time, and I would strongly suggest that you double check every transaction detail, such as the withdrawal address or the network that you're using, before you confirm the transaction. This is mainly because FTX supports multiple networks for the same token, so do ensure that you're sending your funds to the correct wallet address using the correct network. If you're looking to transfer over a large amount of funds, I would strongly suggest that you send a small test amount first to ensure that all of the details are correct. This is because any small mistake that you make could result in you losing all of your funds. If you have any questions on how to withdraw your funds from FTX, do let me know down in the comments below. One thing you may want to know is that withdrawals are taking a much longer time to be processed. When I started to withdraw the remainder of my funds from FTX yesterday, the only few tokens that I was able to withdraw rather quickly was the Atom token using the Cosmos network, Ethereum on the Arbitrum network, and USDC using the Polygon network. I withdrew these three assets via the BNB Smart Chain, and it took up to 2 hours before my withdrawals were processed. Withdrawing Bitcoin from my account took the longest time. When I sent over a small test amount, it took around 3 hours before the funds reached my wallet. When I sent over the remainder of my Bitcoin, which was a much larger amount, this took me 7 hours before I received the funds in my Exodus wallet. This is something that you may want to take note of if you're trying to get your funds out of FTX. FTX has mentioned that they are aware of the issue, and Bitcoin withdrawals are taking really long due to the limited throughput on their nodes. They also mentioned that stablecoin withdrawals are taking a much longer time because the banks have not opened yet, so they're unable to convert their funds in USD to the stablecoin that you're withdrawing. If you are truly desperate to get your funds out of FTX, Scope Protocol has mentioned that these 5 assets did not have much changes in their wallet balances on FTX. This would mean that withdrawing these assets out of FTX will be much faster compared to withdrawing Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a stablecoin. However, this would mean that you need to convert your funds to any of these tokens before you can send them out. I would suggest that you only use this method if you wish to get your funds out of FTX ASAP. Have you withdrawn all your funds from FTX, or will you be leaving them on the exchange? Let me know down in the comments below. And if there are any other updates on this entire saga, I'll put a link to that video here.